We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to... Cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5, bunch.
Boston Scott, his first carry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let's go.
Wentz. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is third and 7.
Sunday. Hey, wahoo!
To throw, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Pac-Man. 120. Come on,
On first down, Scott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Here, 46 down, man. 5-4. Hey, Charlie.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Open man here is Scott, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down.
Check 3. Let's go. Great. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Hey, exit.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche.
Talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 43 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first down throw for Prescott. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, empty. Check 52. Check nickel. Slam. Hey, Lou. Slam. Two jack. Hey, seam 6.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Scott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Solid. Go. Kill. Blue draw Corker. Flag. Great 57. Here. Hey, Haywood. 48. Sunday.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete to Jeffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
81. Hey, high 7.
To throw is Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
You can't stop.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
82-14.
Wentz now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch right.
Wentz going to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, and he's going to go down again. Jannard Avery, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And
touchdown, Philadelphia! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jannard Avery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there. And the pressure gets to him again. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Finding some room at midfield. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 62 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Prescott now to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. On 2nd down now, it's Scott. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Scott, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd down, it's Scott. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. To try again after the sack. Prescott. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jannard Avery able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Cooper was the intended target.
And Brandon, this is a real nice
and Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Ready? Ready? Mike 45. Here we go. Check 31. Check 31. He's there.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Wright's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gun.
Newton to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
This is McCaffrey. Pretty move. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. After the run, Newton going to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Alert 21. Alert 3.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And the Falcon 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Falcons nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run. Devontae Freeman. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Falcons.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, go.
Check, 59.
Here's Ryan. Stocker's got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ready? Look, 80.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day. All day.
Greg, Greg.
Mike 59.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing on second down. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
20.
To the air again, Newton. He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Check. 180.
Check. 45 to Mike. Tackles. Tackle.
80. Ready?
Again, Newton. Got a man, it's right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Newton. he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
11 yards on the play. Brings up third down and...
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Gun.
Off. Check 45 the mic. Check 45 the mic. Here we go.
Get it.
Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game.
45 the mic.
Back to throw, Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. 180.
You can't block me. You ain't. Check 45 the mic. 45 the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
45.
Great.
Mike, 45. Hey, me.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Ryan. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Hey, echo. Space. Check.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Let's get it. Gun.
It's our field. It's our field.
From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Hey, we got 4.
Watch the safety creep. He's coming. We got top one.
Check 4.
20.
Trump.
From the 50, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. What's wrong?
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go.
Check 45 to Mike. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Hey, Tuesday. Bravo.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton, complete to right. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Newton now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Set. Right there to 3.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Wright's got it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill.
Again, McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? Ready? 8, 8.
Hustle. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Check 59, Mike.
Great.
59. Mike to 59.
Get it.
Back to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Ryan to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. 11, 26, check 26. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, South. Hey, wahoo.
He's back to throw. Stacker's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Switch.
Got it.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And some room to work. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Blue 80.
54.
It's been a long day for you.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte. Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up. Pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, D-Line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Check. Check. Hot. Slam.
Easy.
The first carry for C.J. Procise. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. 62 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman 57 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken short.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
0-0.
Now it's Penny. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, the 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch twist. Watch the
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 9. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Spot that, spot that.
Get him,
Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Wilson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now Rashad Penny. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
21. Here we go. Say hi.
He's checking.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
12.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
21. Black 80.
No gain on the play.
Quick pound, 152 fighter. 21. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run once more with McKinnon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Check. Watch the
White.
I got you.
Hey, alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he finds Penny. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught by Penny.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again here, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
You ain't going nowhere. Look up right there. 56, Mike, 56.
Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 3rd down, Wilson leaves it for Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
Hey, 0, 95, 95.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Caught by Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
12.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught, Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Go. Mike 5-4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
One guys, 4 down. Let's go.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, 36 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Deep 4, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Prosise, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw is Wilson. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Their final total.
Played it